Good morning, everyone. This is our last week of class. Yay! I want to say that it has been a pleasure to have had all of you in class this semester and last semester. This placement has actually been a wonderful experience. I was very, very anxious and nervous in the very beginning, wasn't sure what to expect, what I was supposed to be doing, or how I was going to do anything. And taking everything that I've learned over the past year and trying to utilize some of those skills over the past few months was a little nerve-wracking for me when I first started, which is unusual for me because I'm usually pretty outgoing and confident, and this time around I was kind of a little bit in the back seat and a little nervous to speak up and do some certain things. But as time went on, I got definitely more confident in my role. This placement has definitely not been without its trial and tribulations. For the first half of the semester, I was on both acute floors as well as a geropsych floor, and due to some conflicts within the department that manages the acute floors, we decided to change tactics the last half of the semester and put me primarily on the geropsych floor for the last half of this placement, which has been absolutely wonderful. I learned quite a bit being on the medical floors, but I have truly enjoyed my experience being on the geropsych floor, which was very surprising to me because this is not a floor that I particularly, from a nursing perspective, care for. It's not my forte, so to speak. But coming at it from a social work perspective and learning more about these individuals and their families and where they come from and what they're dealing with was a huge eye-opener for me. I went into social work because I've been a foster parent for the last 12 years and figured that this was going to be the way that I was going to go in working with children. And I was actually kind of surprised the other day when somebody had asked me what I was going to specialize in. And I really do like the geriatric psych population. I really enjoy working with them, and that became more apparent within the past few weeks in regards to doing groups with them and just being able to spend time with their families, because their admissions process is quite a long process. Usually we're in a meeting for about an hour, hour and a half with sometimes the patient, but mainly the family member is there for the whole duration of the time. And then you're dealing with these family members on maybe every day, some every 3 days, and then there are some that are not involved. But for the most part, we've had some pretty interesting cases come up that I've been able to be a part of. So it has been wonderful. I was very nervous to start my group experiences, and those turned out to be even more than what I had ever anticipated them being, especially working with that particular population. So it was also nice to kind of use some of the skills and some of the knowledge that I've had from the past classes over the past year, which has been great, and not to mention all of the new things that I have learned. I was very fortunate to have a wonderful, wonderful on-site supervisor. She is very talented and is one of the best social workers that I've ever met, and I've worked with quite a few over the past 12 years. And she is one that gives back constantly by taking on interns, by doing group work outside the hospital. So she's been wonderful to have. She's been a great resource of information for me. I'm looking forward to continuing my relationship with her as I continue through the next 9 months that I have left. I'm very excited that I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. It has been wonderful to share my thoughts and my experiences with all of you and to get your feedback on them, because I didn't... In regular classes, you know, you just have your discussion boards and people will respond and whatever. But it's very different when we're in placement and we do these journal video logs, and I come to rely on everybody's thoughts and opinions and ideas in regards to certain situations that I may have come across, or if I could have done something different, or what you would have done if you were in that situation. So it's been a huge help, and not only have I learned from being at my placement, but I've also learned from all of you. So I want to take the time and say thank you very much for that, because I think not only has having a wonderful on-site supervisor been fantastic, but having all of you be a part of this with me has helped immensely in regards to my learning. So I'm looking forward to the next phase of my schooling, and taking this experience with me and utilizing it whenever that I can, and kind of trying to figure out where I'm going to go for the next one. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, actually. I thought it was going to be something in regards to working with youth, but I don't think that that's the route that I want to go. There are a lot of offices, physicians' offices in the area that are now hiring on social workers to try and decrease the amount of admissions and try to be proactive in their health care. And a lot of that has to do with some of the geriatric population that we have within the community. So I think that that might be another route that I'm going to go, or I might do my local VNA here. They have medical social workers on staff, so I've got a good connection as far as that goes, thanks to my on-site supervisor, so I'm very excited about that. This has just been an eye-opening experience for me. I was really nervous, but wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing and if medical hospital social work was what I wanted to do, but that's why we have these placements, so I guess this kind of worked out to my benefit. So it's nice to know that I've kind of found my niche a little bit, so I'm really looking forward to the rest of my schooling and kind of moving on from there. I wish all of you the best of luck, and hopefully I'll have some of you in a couple of my classes, seeing as how I'm doing 4 classes this summer. It's going to be a little crazy and a little hectic, but again, it was nice being in class with all of you, and I wish you all the best of luck.